How to network when you do not play golf or drink alcohol. This has been one of the most irritating things when I was a full time introvert, and when I was treated like a complete outsider, it was very difficult to blend in. So, my fellow outsiders, I'm going to give you some tricks and tips that has worked for me. So, take notes. The first thing you can do is wear something unique, which becomes an obvious icebreaker, right? It can be your style as well. A lot of times, my hair is what gets people talking. Sometimes I'll wear my logo that people talk about. I also wear like two different types of earrings and just for fun. Sometimes I'll wear a white shoe with two different colored laces. So, whatever makes you stand out and look like cute and interesting, make sure you double down. The next thing to do is to find fellow corner dwellers. You will always find people in a party who, like you, will stand in one little corner, feel awkward. They're also waiting for someone to make the first move. So it's easier to go to them and have a conversation than to go to these extroverts. Next thing is bluff and blend. This is one of my favorite things. Sometimes when I go to these parties, people really insist that I should drink. And if I don't, they just pester me all night long. So what I do is I check the menu and I see that in the cocktail section whatever is written, and if there is a similar thing that's written in the mocktail section with no alcohol, right? So I'll go and sneak in and I'll tell the server that, hey, I need this but I don't want any alcohol in that, and just don't tell people. There are also brands that are like non-alcoholic beverages but they look like alcohol. They are also named after alcohol, so you can look at that. So don't make that a reason to not attend these events. Number 4 is figure out a fun way to introduce yourself, right? So you can build a one-liner about yourself that's actually memorable. When people ask you, so what do you do and what's your role? People often say, I'm a marketer, I'm a founder, I'm a product manager, whatever. Those are boring things. Here are a few things that have to work for me. I speak for a living. It always makes people ask me. I'm a professional college solver. Yeah, that is true. And I help Mondays feel like Fridays at work. So I mean, you're bound to ask me, what? Tell me more. So build those lines. And the final one, be a good podcast host, right? A podcast host is basically someone who asks interesting questions. So instead of asking about the weather, you can ask these things or you can make up your own questions. First is, what are you obsessed with right now that has got nothing to do with work? Very interesting. People talk about their passion projects, if at all, health projects, so many different things. What are you currently reading or watching? You can always ask them for recommendations. It can be food, this can be a place, you can swap it for anything. And finally, if you have nothing, you can always compliment them on something and ask the story around it. So the best way to do it is not give them a superficial compliment. Be on the lookout for some people who are also wearing something or just showing their personality, showing a part of their story, and ask them about it. And that is exactly how you network with people if you don't play golf or you don't drink alcohol. Follow for more.